6 years ago, I was on YouTube looking for help on how to heal my eczema naturally too. So hi, I've been in your shoes, and I recently was going through some old videos and found footage of where I was showing my eczema back in 2017. So I'm going to show you that now just so you see where I was at. Then we're going to talk through what I wish I knew then to get to the place where I am now, which is 6 years out from there, and I do not have any eczema flares at all on my body right now. So cue that video. I wanted to talk to you guys real quick and just give you a little update on my eczema. So in the video, it was a video where I did like what I eat in a day with eczema. I showed you guys what it looked like, but my camera wasn't very focused that day, so I wanted to show you again. So I have it on this arm, and it's taking up this whole space, wrapping around my arm. I have a little bit on my thumb, moving onto this arm, a little bit there, got this patch here, and then I have a whole bunch of patches that go all the way up the backs of my arms. And I have some on the backs of my knees as well, but I'm gonna heal this, I swear. It's crazy to look back on that video and hear myself say, like, I know that I can heal this, because I did, and I want to help you do that as well, because it's not impossible. And I know you may be sitting there and you're like, well, my eczema looks like yours, but it's not going away. And I get that, and I've worked with a lot of clients. I started coaching people through the process of healing eczema naturally back in 2018, and I've worked with a ton of people, so I kind of know what your story sounds like, right? So you probably had eczema as a kid, and then maybe it went away for a couple of years. You're now an adult, your eczema has flared up, and you feel really, really itchy. You don't know why you feel itchy. Nights are absolutely horrendous, to where you scratch yourself in the middle of the night. Maybe your skin oozes, maybe your skin bleeds. You try to put moisturizers on it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You've cut out gluten, you've cut out dairy, you don't know what you're missing. So hopefully in this video I can put some of those puzzle pieces together for you so that you understand what is going on inside of your body. Let's start with the basics. So eczema isn't as topical as your dermatologist is making you believe, and you probably have that hunch anyway, because you can probably notice when you're anxious, you start scratching, or when you're stressed out, you feel yourself scratching, or you can literally watch yourself eat something and have a reaction. That's the way I was. I was highly, highly reactive to stress, highly reactive to diet, and it's because eczema is an inflammatory condition that's coming from somewhere, right? Where is this inflammation coming from? That inflammation causes gut issues, liver issues, adrenal issues, immune system issues. It is a full body experience that is then resulting in topical eczema, which we have to treat from the inside out. And by now you're probably like, okay, I'm there, yes. Let's heal it from the inside out. I'm lost. So when I work with my clients, the very first step we take is eating foods that stop a lot of the day itching. So day itching typically is related to something that you're eating. Now when I talk about day itching, I'm not referring to, well, actually I kind of am. I was gonna say I'm not referring to when you wake up and you have a flare. That's actually related to histamine intolerance. But day itching is kind of like, I'm eating lunch, I'm feeling really itchy, I'm eating dinner, I'm feeling really itchy, and there's kind of this direct response. Now, the very first step that I have been talking about since like day one of this whole YouTube channel journey is cutting out fridge foods, fried foods, refined sugar, eggs, dairy, gluten. And the reason is, when you're coming from a place where you're eating junk and you're just eating whatever, which is where I was, I was eating like Ben and Jerry's ice cream, bagels, coffee, cream cheese, all the crazy stuff. You just can't tell what's going on. What you don't want to do is go from eating whatever to a really strict elimination diet, because your body's going to go into shock, and your body may start detoxing and actually get worse before it gets better. So we want to prevent that. So when we cut out fridge foods, you're kind of eliminating all the crazy stuff for a moment to let your body breathe. Now, if you do this for 2 weeks, or if you're starting as someone who's already pretty healthy, what you're gonna then do is dive into a strict elimination diet. I have done research for years on food data, and I basically have put together how a food interacts with eczema. So, does a food feed candida? Candida is a gut imbalance that may be contributing towards eczema. Does it have histamines? Histamines are a big issue when it comes to eczema. Does it have salicylates? It deals with your liver, and that's something that I dealt with pretty bad. Does it have nitric oxide? I've basically created all the factors of food and how they relate to eczema, and I turned that into a guide. It's called the Ultimate Eczema Food Guide. I'll put the link to that in the description. My point here is to say I kind of figured out what foods are super eczema friendly based on data and how foods relate to eczema. So there is a set of foods that are just typically really mild on eczema. For example, fatty fish tends to be really good. Cabbage, carrots, turnips, radishes, like nice vegetables tend to be pretty good. Blueberries, berries in general are quite safe. Sometimes people can get away with sweet potatoes. And so essentially you're going to pick maybe 10 foods. And you're only going to do this for a couple of days just to kind of see. So if I'm eating salmon, cabbage, radishes, asparagus, blueberries, papaya, rice, what else would I eat? I would probably eat chicken, ground beef, and let's just say lentils. And when you eat that way, and you eat in a very controlled way, you can then see what you react to. Every time I have a meal with lentils, I flare. Okay, now let's figure out what's going on with lentils. Oh, they're high in histamine. Okay, now I have a piece of my puzzle. So when you get on this elimination diet, you're then able to feel and start to listen to your body and what you're reacting to. So a lot of that day itching is going to reduce. Then it's not about following the diet that I necessarily set for you. It's about, okay, I tried these 10 foods. Every time I eat salmon, I feel fantastic. I'm going to keep that. Every time I eat asparagus, I feel weird. I'm going to take that out. So this is phase 1. Right? You don't want to be on a strict elimination diet for the rest of your life. That's just not possible. I tend to find that the process of healing eczema naturally lasts about 3 months, depending on your severity, of course. But the goal of what I did when I healed mine, and the goal of what I do for my clients, is I strategically use food to heal the gut, to heal the liver, balance the immune system, fix the adrenals, and so sometimes you also need supplements to support that. If you're experiencing pretty severe gut imbalances, you're going to want to take like a biofilm enzyme or an herbal antifungal and kind of reset the gut. Now, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty, but keeping everything general, that's basically how I healed my eczema, is learning how to listen to my body so that I'm able to reset everything. But it's not just about listening to your body, it's also about researching food and learning, oh, what's leaky gut? What's candida? How can I heal that? What is non-alcoholic fatty liver? How can I heal that naturally? Oh, wow, I've started taking milk thistle and I notice a huge improvement. Or when I take an amino acid supplement, I feel so much better. And so it's really getting in tune to the body. Now, because this is a holistic process, you have to manage your stress. If you're chronically stressed every single day and you're just in a state or fight of, if you're in a state of fight or flight all the time, you're not going to get better because stress impacts our organ systems. So working on healing yourself emotionally, mentally, physically is really going to help this entire process too. So essentially this is a lifestyle transformation and not a single pill cures the whole thing. As someone who can sit here and say, I don't have eczema, I know exactly why I don't have eczema, I know exactly how to cause myself eczema, I live a life now of a lot of balance because I know when my body's too stressed and I need to cut back and not eat so much sugar. I'm capable of eating fridge foods. I eat pizza, I eat french fries, I eat whatever I want in a certain moderation so that my body functions correctly. And I know for a fact that my core, I call it my 70-30 rule, but essentially 70% of the time I'm healing my body through food and meditation and through spiritual practice and through supplements and all that stuff. 30% of the time I'm messing around, like I'm whatever, like I can drink alcohol or I could do this. So what I want you to gain from this video is you're going to take a journey of shifting your lifestyle towards one that heals your organs so that your body stops having severe inflammation causing you eczema. And hopefully this video is very helpful to you. Please let me know in the comments if you're looking for more help. I post on Instagram almost every single day. I'm the Eczema Coach over on Instagram. I do post here on YouTube. I have a podcast, all of this. So I've been doing this for a long time. If you'd like to work with me, I have consultations, and then I have a 1 month long program where I literally take you step by step. We talk twice a week, every single week. You can message me. I'm basically watching you like a hawk and helping you through this whole process. So I'll link everything in the description, or you can go to my website, coachmichellemills.com, and find everything there. Last but not least, I have a new free course to figure out your root cause of your eczema. So I'll put a link to that below as well. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!